Hey there, guys. Um, so today I'm doing a core day, and before I get into that, though, I just wanted to ask. I've been working on an indoor gym that I mentioned in my last video. Should I include little clips of progress in my workout videos, or would you guys like to see a video dedicated to me designing and building the soon-to-be indoor calisthenics setup? Please let me know your thoughts down below, and yeah, anyways, so today I'd like to talk about how to start working out. Given it's New Year's, I'm sure, lots of people want to make improvements in their self, and, that's a great goal to have. Specifically, given the theme of my channel, I'd like to talk about how to start training calisthenics. Most people don't do calisthenics because they think it's too hard or it's just impossible for them. And it all really comes down to understanding how calisthenics breaks down structurally and then picking the appropriate level progression for each exercise specific to you as a person. You don't have to be in shape. You don't have to really be strong at all to start training calisthenics. I don't know if you've read my bio or my about me on my channel, but I grew up obese, and when I first started training, I was a teenager. I was about 14, and I was 5 foot 6 inches tall and about 217 pounds. I was about 35 to 40% body fat, and I had pretty much no strength at all. But we all start somewhere, and the important thing is to just, decide to start training and, take baby steps just a little bit at a time. All these incredible things that you see me and people, that are a lot more advanced and stronger than me do. It's not like we just woke up one day and we were just magically able to do that stuff. Everybody's got to start somewhere. All you really need to start calisthenics is a place to start training the easiest progressions of pull-ups, dips, push-ups, squats, etc. The easiest progression does not mean that you need to be able to do a full pull-up or a full dip or anything else. Something I always loved about calisthenics compared to free weights and machines is how simple it is to adapt your training specifically to you. Not only can you change the resistance level, but you can also change the exercise altogether. If you can't do pull-ups, try Australian pull-ups. Try doing negatives. Use an assistance band to help you, or just do pull-downs with the band. The same logic can be applied to other skills as well. You don't have to be an Olympic gymnast to start training calisthenics or progress in calisthenics. Look at me now. I'm very strong compared to the average person, but I'm far, far away from an Olympic gymnast on many different levels of fitness. So anyways, talking about equipment, personally I made a pull-up bar from a steel pipe and hung it from chains in my dad's garage. I used 2-inch PVC pipe to create some freestanding dip bars. Plastic is a lot stronger than you think. Looking back on this with my approximate 15 years of experience, I think the best thing I could have done would have been to buy some gymnastics rings. You can train your entire body on those if you use your imagination. They are also very versatile and can easily be taken anywhere with you, through over tree limbs, ceiling, rafters, or anything. The next best thing would have been some assistance bands. These are not required by any means, but they can really speed up your progressions. They allow you to train things that you're not really strong enough to train yet, which you'll see me using today during my front lever to kind of cheat a little bit and do a further progression than I'm ready for. Rings and assistance bands can be found online for a combined total of less than $80 USD. Think about how that one-time purchase compares to a never-ending gym membership. For rings, I recommend the wooden type that can be adjusted to any height. Some of these come with a preset height adjustment that, while convenient in some scenarios, make getting the rings level a nightmare on something like a tree limb. The third best thing you can buy is a thin jump rope. While not calisthenics focused, a jump rope can help you burn body fat very quickly. And this is something that, now that my knee is getting better, I'll likely try to get back into. So to get started with calisthenics, get started working out, you don't need Olympic level fitness. Everyone starts somewhere. You don't need a lot of money or gym memberships. You don't need personal trainers. You don't even need the stuff you see me here using outside my house. These are all just luxuries that you could look more into, should you get big into calisthenics training. All the things I mentioned that you can buy should easily be obtainable for less than $100 USD. But with that being said, I'll get into today's training. Here you can see me doing some human flag progressions. I got the vertical grip today. You'll see me do a little bit different grip later on as part of the working sets, because the grip I use there gives you more leverage and actually makes the exercise quite a bit easier. But here I'm kind of hanging in the bottom of the flag. I'm not very strong in this position yet. I'm nowhere near ready to try a full human flag. But that's why we practice and we take things one step at a time. So here's something I've actually progressed quite a bit in recently, and it is the front lever. I'm getting a lot stronger, and I'm really starting to extend out of that fetal position. Use this video or this clip to kind of see where my strength is in an unassisted lever. And then here's what I touched on earlier about using the assistance bands to kind of cheat a little bit and do things that you're not necessarily strong enough to do yet. Here you'll see me use this band to train a full front lever, which, while I don't have the strength to do that, as you just saw, with this band I can do it pretty easily. And that allows me to train my mind to know what the position feels like, and then in turn that will over time make developing the muscles to do that position without assistance much easier. Here I'm doing back lever. I'm trying to get fancy and walk down for the first time in my life, and I don't think I'm quite strong enough yet for that. As you can see, I cut the movement off a little short there. So I gotta realize where I'm at, and here I don't try to do the fancy stuff anymore. I just try to lower down into the back lever. So here we get into the working sets. Today I'm hitting leg raises, human flag variation, and back hyperextensions. So I train the 2-set method. So I'm going to be doing 2 sets of each of those exercises that I just mentioned. Training to near failure, and near failure should be at around 12 reps, depending on the progression that you pick. You should pick an appropriate level exercise to where you fail at around 12 reps. But today I picked these 3 exercises because this one is hitting the anterior, so the front core chain of muscles, and then the flag variations will hit the lateral or side core muscle chains, and then the back hyperextensions will of course hit the posterior or rear core muscle chains. So pick 2 to 3 exercises, respective to each day, that hits about 95% of the muscles you want to train on that day. So the 3 exercises I picked are hitting about 95+% of the core muscles. And I can really notice, reviewing this clip today and the clip before it of the working sets, that I have really progressed in leg raises. I'm starting to get pretty close to a V-sit, even if it's for just a split second hold. So that's probably a skill, that I'll start practicing soon, is V-sits. But here we get into the human flag variations with a different grip that I mentioned earlier. You can see how on this I have more of a diagonal grip with my hands instead of a complete vertical grip as I did in the skill progressions earlier. And this kind of gives me more leverage. on the overall position, and it makes it easier to extend. So much so that I can extend out for reps. And I'll mention the shoulder again. I've been having a lot of problems with my right shoulder recently, and I took it easy on the pull day training before, and I think that done me some good things, because the shoulder felt a lot better today, and I felt a lot stronger overall as a person. I mean, I was having trouble even hanging to do the exercise that you see me doing right now, and I was not only able to rep it out today, so to say, but everything felt good during and after this exercise. So with calisthenics, like I was talking about earlier, it's a lot of fun. It's very difficult and challenging, but you have to think about it from an overall perspective. You have to break things down into little pieces. Like if you want to build a human flag, you have to break it down into building blocks that are much easier to accomplish than a full human flag. Um, Here I'm doing back hyperextensions. In one of my previous core videos, you saw me doing Supermans, or at least that's what I called them, on the ground. And I was doing that because I had knee surgery, of course, and I didn't want to hook my legs under the parallel bars like I'm doing here, because that puts some leverage on your knee. But thankfully, my knee is doing great. I really I hope and pray it stays that way. But today I felt comfortable and safe trying this exercise, and this is what I was doing before I retore the meniscus in my knee, the medial meniscus. I was doing this exercise by holding a 10-pound medicine ball in my arms, but I didn't really feel safe trying that today. So like I always say, take things slow, just a little bit at a time. So I figured I would try just some body weight hyperextensions. Don't want to be adding any extra leverage on my knee, given the circumstances. But everything felt great. I didn't feel like I was injuring my knee or straining it or anything. So maybe next time I might try adding a little more resistance. So also something I've done before with my stretch outs is I would hang with my knees bent around the bar, and I definitely did not feel comfortable doing that today. That puts your entire body weight as pressure on your knees. And so instead, when I first kicked up there, I decided I would put just a little bit of pressure on my knees just to kind of see how it felt. But I definitely didn't want to put my entire body mass on them. I would just be asking, to re-injure my knee. But take things slow. I mean, baby steps. I'll say it for the third or fourth time. Got to listen to your body. If you ever feel anything more than just some minor aches and pains, which are to be expected when you exercise and break down your muscles, if you ever feel anything beyond that, then you've probably injured yourself to some extent, and you definitely need to take a break and rest, and maybe take a day or two off, and see how things are going for you. And if that doesn't fix the issue, then you need to go see a health professional. It's just some friendly advice. But here I like to stretch out at the beginning and the end of a workout. Flexibility is a big part of fitness as well. But anyways, that's all I had for today. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a nice day.